But the card that I have chosen today is getting calm. So it says, today I will stop searching for happiness outside myself. If I'm in a frenzied state, I'll get calm, get back on track, and remember that the key to happiness is inside of me. Often, after I've become peaceful and accepting, what I want comes to me with ease. So there's some really strong keywords in here that we want to remember as we practice today. And that is calm, happiness inside, peaceful and accepting, and ease. So those are some very pretty cool keywords that we can use as we practice, which I just said. But so let's just begin by settling down and finding that ease and that quiet. We'll find our groundedness into the earth. Allow yourself to find your sits bones as roots into the ground or on your chair. And we're just going to begin to make our circles. And so we're just going to roll around. This is something that we're going to be doing. Just roll around. And you can roll slowly. You roll direction any way you want. And we're going to roll 5 to 10 times, depending on how many you need. Just remembering that this is your practice. No need to be frenzied inside, even though this is Wednesday. Remember to allow yourself to breathe deeply. And continue with your circles. Maybe find your way back up to center, stop and pause. And as you breathe in, let your belly expand because that'll give room for that diaphragm to drop. And as you exhale, press back, push that diaphragm back up to push all the air out of the lungs. And then reverse your direction. Big circles around. Let your head flow with the circling. Finding your way back up to center, stop and pause. And now let's bring our right ear down towards our right shoulder. We're just going to tilt the head to the side. We're going to keep the shoulder down. We're not going to do this. We're just going to let it stay down. And I just had some snap, crackle, pop. So that was a good key, what I needed with my neck. Keeping this shoulder down also. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back. And now we're going to bring this chin towards that shoulder. And now we're going to take this chin and we're going to roll it down, bringing it down to the center, over to the other side. And now we'll bring that left ear down to the left shoulder. It's just tilting towards it. We're not bringing it to the shoulder. And we'll hold and breathe. Now we're going to bring that chin back to the shoulder. Roll the chin down to the center, over to the other side. And now we're going to bring the ear towards it, right shoulder again. And you can keep your eyes closed with this if you like. I have a tendency to do that naturally. So I apologize. I'm not zoning out. Now we'll roll that chin back towards the right shoulder, roll the chin down to the center. And as you're coming down into center, you might notice what you're feeling coming all the way from the back of the head down the center of your back, rolling over to the other side. And now we're going to bring the ear towards the shoulder again. So we'll be bringing the chin up and letting the ear face the shoulder. Let go with your breath. I haven't done this for a long time, so I'm really noticing the tightness in my neck and shoulders. All right, so I'm going to bring my chin back to that shoulder, to that left shoulder. I'm going to roll my chin down over to the other side again. And then we're going to bring that ear towards the right shoulder. And this time I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to place it right on the side of my head. My fingers are going to wrap around my ear. And then I'm just going to let that arm just be heavy. I'm not pulling it down at all. I'm just letting gravity be the weight. That's all we have to do. And you will notice, I'm noticing a lot of movement, a lot of stretching, sensation on this side. I'm letting go. Let go of that tension through the breath. And now maybe you want to take your other arm, your left arm, and you can bring it out to the front. You can move it out to the side. You can bring it up. You can bring it to the back. You can bend your arm and place your hand to your low back, but keeping that shoulder down. And letting go. Notice what that feels like. Taking your time, practice being still. Find the calmness in the stillness. All right, we're going to move the left arm out and very gently remove the right hand up. And then I'm going to take my fingers over to the temples of my head and I'm going to push my head up. I'm just going to help it. And then I'm going to turn my head very gently, very carefully, move it from side to side. Our practice today is going to be very focused on this upper area. And then we're going to lift our head up and down. And then we'll make some circles. And so our nose is going to be our focus point, and it's going to be just as if we're taking that nose, pushing the hand of a clock up and all around. All right, reverse that direction. Awesome. All right, just come back to center. Roll those shoulders, bring up one, bring up the other. So, okay. So let's move over to the left side. So we're going to just bring our chin down to center, taking time to notice. And then we're going to roll our chin over to the left side. And then we'll bring our ear towards that shoulder, taking time to rest in this. Find the calmness in the stillness on your left side. So we'll take our left hand, we're going to bring it up, stretch it up tall first, and then we're going to bring it down, placing your fingers by your ears, and just let that be heavy. And release with your breath. Taking your right arms, you can stretch it out front, you can bring it out to the side, you can bring it out to the back, or you can bring it to your low back. It may be different on this side than it was on the other side. We're not symmetrical as much as we would like to be, but we're not. Every side is different. Every movement is different. We just find what works best for us in the given day and time. And this side is much more tighter for me today. I need to spend some time here. Letting go. Some of these shapes I like to hold at least 30 seconds or more. Breathe them out. Now we're going to release that right arm. And we're going to take the left hand, we're going to very carefully bring it up and then come to the side. Bring your head up. And then turning your head from side to side. And circle. At least 5. All right, turning your head side to side again. Awesome. Lift up and down. Wonderful. And just move that head wherever it feels best for you. Letting go. All right, so we're going to take our arms, we're going to stretch them up and look up. And we'll bring those arms out to the side. We're going to bring our hands behind our head. Clasp those fingers together, place them into the rounded side of your skull. And then we'll bring our elbows together and we're going to roll down. So we're just going to let that head come down very slowly. Let those arms be heavy on your head. You can roll down. Relax the shoulders. And just notice the sensation from the back of your neck all the way down through the mid back. Maybe you'll notice it all the way down to the low back. And then we'll breathe in. We're going to come up and open the elbows and tilt to the side. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up to center. We'll hold to the other side. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up to center. And twist. Center and twist. All right, open. Come into cactus arms. And we'll bring those elbows together if they will come together. Sometimes shoulders are very tight and they won't do that, but just take your time. And hold. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, open. Out. Thumbs up. Palms down. Palms up. Push out to the side as if you're pushing the walls beside you. Bring the fingers down. Yeah, I could kind of notice that I was allowing my arms to come down, so we want to bring them up a little bit. And we'll come back up, straight out, stretch out those fingers. Turn the fingers, the thumbs up. Come back into cactus. Stretch those arms up. Bring the hands together. Exhale, come to heart. And press the hands together as much as you can. Press them tightly. We're going to resist. So push together. And now we'll turn over and push out and back and out and back and out and back and come up. Press. Inhale, come up part way, bring the elbows together. And this time we're going to twist a little ways. You won't go very far. Come back to center and twist the other side. Come back to center. And come down. So we're going to clasp our fingers together. We did this one other time. So bringing your hands under. And then we're going to lift up. Bring our elbows together. Lift out. And down. And back up. Bring our elbows together. Out. And down. And come back up to center. Release. Come all the way down. Move around. Roll out the shoulders. Yeah, good job. All right, so we're going to come up onto all fours. I'm going to thread the needle a little bit. You need to stretch out your legs. Feel free to do that. All right, all fours. Let's do a little cat-cow first. So we're going to press our back up to the sky and come into cat. And then we're going to rock up into cow. Press up into cat. Come up into cow. Or up cat. I've seen some people call it that. Press up into cat. Rock up. One more time. Nice. All right, so we're going to start with thread the needle. So we're going to take your left hand and come out to the side. And we're going to take this and we're going to thread it down underneath and place your fingernails onto the side of your mat. So it'll look like this. Okay, we want to make sure that those nails are down. And you could even press it into the floor if that's where you're at. And then we'll come down and just adjust your just that arm to so that you feel that stretch in between your back. Okay, and this is just a very nice way to help get that. And a lot of times your hips are going to want to follow, so we want to push those back a little bit so that you notice, and it'll make a difference. So just kind of play around with it and hold. And you can go ahead and stay on your left side. I switched to my right so you could see me on the camera. And we'll breathe in, we'll come back up. Place the hands down. And we'll take that arm and we're going to stretch it out. And we're going to send it down and under. And this time we're just going to lift it up and come back out. Follow with the head. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, good job. Take your other arm, take your right arm, stretch it out. Exhale, come down underneath, place those fingers on the floor, on your mat, however you are. Watch your hips, bring them back to center. Adjust yourself so that you notice any tension anywhere. And then just begin to, you can stay right there and just begin to breathe calmness into those areas that feel tension. Let that breath come out. And then when you're ready, find your way back, bring that arm coming back out. And then we'll exhale, come down and swing it up. Follow with your head. Breathe in and breathe out. Wonderful. Coming out. Good job. All right. Find your way back onto all fours. Cat, cow. Rock up. Nice. All right. So coming back into, we're going to stay right here into all fours, and we're just going to let your head hang, and then bring it back up and nice flat back. We'll exhale. We're going to bring ourselves back into child and stretch those hands out in front, come up onto your fingertips, and you can either stay up on your knees or you can separate your knees. You can bring your toes together, separate your knees, and allow yourself to settle in. And we'll be here for about 30 seconds or so. And then we'll take our arms, we're going to bring them to the back, bring them down to the side. So depending on how you have moved your feet, if you want to bring your knees back in and allow those arms to come down to the side. And let your shoulder blades just fall off to the side and exhale. Let your forehead roll onto your mat. If you need to put a pillow under that, under your head, feel free to do that. If you need a block, finding our stillness and calmness within. Accepting peace and quietness. Now we'll roll up. Breathe in, come back up, nice and tall. Find your hero's shape. Breathing out. All right, let's find our final resting pose. You can stay in child if you wish. You can go back into child, or you can stretch out. Let yourself come down. Bring your knees up to your chest, which is like an upside down child. And we'll bring our feet to the floor. And we'll stretch our legs out in front of us. We'll bring our arms up over the top of our head. We're going to stretch long and letting that breath go. Accepting ourselves for where we are at the moment, who we are. Bring those arms down. Let your arms come open. Roll your palms up to the sky. Letting go. Turning your head very slowly side to side. Notice any sensation that is of tension that is here. Just let it go. Find yourself being very heavy as you step into the earth. Very heavy, very comfortable, very warm. Continue to stay here in this shape in this resting pose for as long as you need. I'm going to lift my hands to the sky in gratefulness and thankfulness for another day to live, to love, to share. Bringing my hands together, exhale, come all the way through the heart, connecting my brain with my body through the heart. May you be happy. May you live in ease. May you be free of suffering. Namaste.